Hello and welcome. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. Today we're going to look at cryptocurrency news. ETC or Ethereum Classic is up 14% in just 24 hours. The IRS is tracking crypto and Deutsche Bank and cryptocurrency. So let's get into it. RCap Blue is looking for the next subscriber. Will you be the next subscriber? I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. I'm not smarter than you. You are smarter than you realize. Do not trust what I say. Do your own research. And in order to help you to do your own research, each of the articles that I'm going to show you today will be listed in the description below. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find the description straight down. If you're watching this on a different platform, just hover over the video, go to the lower right corner down in this area, and you will be able to click on a link that'll take you to the YouTube website. And from there, you can see the description with links to each one of these articles in the event that you want to learn more about any one of the topics or all of the topics. So the first one is Ethereum Classic defies gravity with 17% growth. So Ethereum Classic is the 11th largest digital asset with current market capitalization of $1.18 billion and has gained over 14% in the recent 24 hours to trade at $10.17 per cryptocurrency. Off the intraday high, it hit at $10.32. ETC and US dollars is one of the best performing assets out of the top 20 coins, with the registered average daily trading volume of 2.3 billion with a B dollars. That's daily trading average is $2.3 billion. So pretty significant. Ethereum is doing quite well, and things are looking up. Given that it had 17% growth, 14% of it was in the last 24 hours. So it would be great if it could continue and maintain that type of growth over the coming weeks and months. Time will tell. So, the Daily Hodl. Litecoin creator Charlie Lee predicts Bitcoin halving will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. And here's a quote from Charlie Lee. Everyone is thinking about how the halving will affect the price. From my point of view, I think that kind of like Bitcoin, I think that kind of like the Litecoin halving, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If people think the price will go up, they will buy, which causes the price to go up. So I think we'll see some of that play into effect, and maybe after the halving, we might see people sell the news, so to speak, and you might see a dip, but who knows? I think there is going to be a lot of price action this year because of the halving, which will be exciting. A lot of people say the halving is priced in because you know about it ahead of time. But the market is participated by humans, and humans are emotional, and they try to fit patterns. With Litecoin last year, we saw the price go up quite a bit before the halving, and then after the halving, it actually dropped quite a bit. And that just happens. People were buying because they think the price will go up, and after the halving, they just sell. Well, we'll see what happens with Bitcoin. It might follow the same pattern. I think it will, but who knows? So if you look at the historical price of Bitcoin when it concerns the halving, typically you see a gradual increase right up to the halving, and then after the halving you see what becomes an ongoing increase for about 18 months to where it hits a new all-time high. So sometimes it's a little bit less than 18 months, and sometimes it's a bit more than 18 months, but I think somewhere between 16 and 24 months is the window where most all-time highs in the last 10 years of Bitcoin has typically happened after the halving. And so there could be a dip, but my expectation, and this is not financial advice, this is my opinion, but my perception, I think we're going to see some kind of a dip possibly after the halving, but that'll just be the beginning of a long-term bull trend. As we get to the next all-time high, we'll surpass 20,000 sometime in the near future, hopefully right around the halving. Hopefully it won't take much longer than that, but only time will tell. I'm hoping that we're going to hit and break the $10,000 price mark sometime in the coming weeks or coming months. I think that would be a great thing to have happening, but again, it's just my opinion, and it's hard to say how things will actually go until it's already written in the history books. So, brokerage firm TradeStation now supports Bakkt and CME Bitcoin options. So, brokerage firm TradeStation Securities is now allowing its customers to trade options on Bitcoin futures contracts through CME Group and the Intercontinental Exchange governed Bakkt. TradeStation clients can trade Bitcoin options on CME and Bakkt through its new futures platform, according to a statement from the company. The service comes equipped with various analytical tools as well as simplified pricing. So the great thing about this is we've been talking about how Bakkt and CME both offering options contracts and futures contracts on Bitcoin in particular, that once that starts going mainstream, once we see the TradeStation and E-Trade and Charles Schwab and TD America and all of these other brokerage firms adding that to their list of products, then we're going to see cryptocurrency going from a market of from around 20 or 30 million people, because there's currently about 20 or 30 million people that are actually actively trading in any kind of cryptocurrency, to the stock market is traded by about 500 million people through both the United States and outside of the United States. The U.S. stock markets and other stock markets are traded somewhere around 500 million or more people. And so we're looking at a tenfold increase in the actual market, and a potential increase in that number of customers that are actually purchasing, buying, and selling cryptocurrency. And so this is very, very bullish news. This can, and not immediately, but I think over time, as more and more customers become acquainted that they can now go to their online brokerage account and actually purchase Bitcoin futures and Bitcoin options, and then over time, we're going to see that expand into other cryptocurrencies, such as the Ethereum Classic that we talked about a few minutes ago. And there's over 2,000 different altcoins out there. And so we could see the cryptocurrency market grow similar to the way the stock market has thousands of different stocks available through the New York Stock Exchange. We could see a significant portfolio of cryptocurrencies available through online brokerage firms similar to TradeStation or E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, etc. And with that kind of exposure and growth, I've always thought that cryptocurrency will have become mainstream when we see ads for cryptocurrency during the Super Bowl. And that'll be kind of like the first step to what I envision as what I would consider cryptocurrency going mainstream, is seeing somebody running a commercial on the Super Bowl. Well, the likes of TradeStation, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Charles Schwab, those are the kind of companies that will do a Super Bowl ad in order to say, hey, come to our digital platform, our online platform, so that you can buy and sell cryptocurrency. And so time will tell, things are changing, and the future is looking quite bright. So how does the IRS know you owe crypto taxes? And a little picture of the Internal Revenue Service building. So there's several different ways the IRS knows that you owe taxes for cryptocurrency. If you receive a Form 1099-K or a Form 1099-B from a crypto exchange, without any doubt the IRS knows that you have reportable cryptocurrency transactions. This is thanks to the matching mechanism embedded in the IRS information reporting program. Here's how it works. And then they go into detail about how 1099 and 1099-Ks and 1099-Bs actually work. So, subpoenas. Over the past few years, the IRS has issued subpoenas to several crypto exchanges, ordering them to disclose user accounts. For example, in 2018, Coinbase had to disclose approximately 13,000 user accounts, including taxpayer identification number, name, birth date, address, records of activity, transaction logs, and all periodic statements of accounts or invoices, or the equivalent, pursuant to John Doe summons. On another occasion, the IRS subpoenaed Bitstamp to release more information about a taxpayer who filed an amended return and requested a $15,000, $15,475 refund. So, and then the third thing that they point out is when you do your taxes for 2019, right now when you fill out the IRS form for the 2019 tax season, now I don't know why they put 2020, that's actually, they may mean you're going to file your taxes in 2020 for the previous year, 2019. I'm guessing that's what they meant because that's how it's working. But when you file your taxes this year, every taxpayer has to answer a question on the tax form at any time during the year, whether you receive, sell, send, exchange, or otherwise require any financial interest in any currency, virtual currency. And it's the cryptocurrency question. And so when we do our when we do our taxes here in the United States for the year 2019 and file that sometime before April 15th, we have to answer, and I say we because it's all of us in the United States, have to answer a question on the IRS form asking whether or not we have any equity or financial interest in cryptocurrency. Now, they're going to call it virtual currency, so be looking out for that question, because if you do have any kind of cryptocurrency and you don't answer this question honestly or correctly, it could mean severe financial penalties, and the IRS could come after you, especially if they've used one of these other two methods to gather information and are aware that you have owned or participated in cryptocurrency, but you said no on the form. That may give them a reason to look into your tax return in a deeper and more formalized way. So this is an extremely broad question and will require you to check yes, even if you're just holding crypto in an exchange or wallet. If you mark yes, first and foremost, it would signal to the IRS to check various forms and schedules of the return for cryptocurrency gains and losses. However, everyone who marks yes may not have reportable taxable events. For example, during 2019, if you just held Bitcoin and did not sell at all, you would not have any taxable amount to report. So this is just something that as cryptocurrency becomes more and more mainstream, and well, for this year's taxes in particular, we need to be aware of it. We need to be checking that box correctly when it comes to our IRS taxes. Because you don't want to be penalized because you made a mistake with this particular question, or have yourself investigated in a more formalized fashion by the IRS because of this question or because of the way you answered the question. So be looking for that on this year's tax forms. Next, Bitcoin's halving captures growing interest among Google searchers. So you can kind of see this upward trend with Google search, and Google search is tracking that sort of thing. So the search engine Google Trends features shows queries on the term Bitcoin halving has doubled this month from December levels to the highest since the last such event in 2016. So I thought that was really interesting that we're reaching 2016 levels, which was just around the time of the previous halving, but we're already hitting those numbers today before the current halving. According to Arcane Research, the increasing number of Google searches is a sign the halving might be capturing greater public interest as a potential catalyst for higher prices in 2020. The Bitcoin halving is gaining more traction, Arcane said Friday in the report. There is now a clear indication that awareness of the concept is spreading to new people. And that's really the key. So for Bitcoin's price to go up, we need to see new people investing in it. As more and more people are investing in cryptocurrency, as more money is flowing into it. And it doesn't even have to be new people. It just could be an institution deciding to go, okay, we're going to go from 0.1% invested in cryptocurrency to 1% or even 5%. And at a single institution, even if they've been invested in cryptocurrency for years, could have a significant impact on the price. You know, we've done videos before about how Harvard and MIT and several other endowment funds have invested significant amounts of money. I mean, the Harvard Endowment Fund has, I think it was 28 or 30 billion, and that's with a big B, $billion for investing, and that they've been investing heavily in crypto since about, I don't remember the exact year, but it's been 4 or 5 years that they've actually been investing heavily in cryptocurrency. And so with institutions that have large amounts of money like that, they can significantly impact the price of cryptocurrency, especially if they go out to an open exchange and just buy up a significant amount of crypto all at one time. So we're in interesting times. Deutsche Bank says digital currencies could be mainstream in 2 years. A digital currency could see widespread adoption within the next few years, a new report by Deutsche Bank suggests. Published Monday, the Deutsche Bank report said digital currencies, while only a decade old, have already been shown to have the potential to radically change payments, banking, central banking, and the balance of economic power. We believe a new digital currency could become mainstream within the next 2 years, according to the report, with both China's digital yuan and Facebook's Libra project expected to launch this year. The report said that could make digital currencies available to more than 1.5 billion Chinese citizens and 2.5 billion Facebook users combined, more than half the world's population. At its current adoption rate, cryptocurrencies are running parallel to the internet during its early years, the report reads. Should this continue, there could be more than 200 million blockchain wallets by 2030, up from 50 million in 2020. And so this, to me, sounds like a very conservative number, because if you have the Chinese government releasing their cryptocurrency to 2.5 billion people, we're going to see a whole lot more than 200 million people involved with cryptocurrency. And so we're really talking about billions with a B rather than millions with an M. And so we could see significant growth in the next few years if Libra and or China actually do come out with the cryptocurrencies that they've planned on introducing this year, 2020. So time will tell. The future looks bright and is only getting brighter. So how can I be of service to you? Do you have any questions about anything I said? Do you want to dig deeper or have a conversation about anything that we talked about today? Please leave comments below. If you disagree with me, I would love to hear your polite disagreements. You know things I don't know. I know things you don't know. And when we share it together, we grow smarter together. So I hope to hear from you in the comments below. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and hodl. And I hope that you have a fantastic day.